Across Europe, there's a severe shortage of labor, especially in low-wage sectors. As the population ages, the demand for labor increases, but wages remain stagnant. 15 years ago, when I started working, my wage was €9 per hour, but now it's only increased to around 13 to 14 euros per hour after adding experience bonuses. This doesn't make sense as the cost of living keeps rising. Katja Nuvanen, who has worked in the restaurant industry in Jyväskylä for 15 years, is considering changing careers due to the heavy workload and inadequate pay. She says, "This job is quite demanding. I might continue part-time, but I need to find something less strenuous." Nuvanen shares that the current wages are not enough to cover her living expenses. She struggles to pay monthly bills. With such a severe labor shortage, why aren't workers being paid decent wages? Nuvanen questions. The labor shortage in Europe extends beyond the restaurant industry to sectors like healthcare, services, and construction. The European Commission's list of labor shortages includes construction specialists, electrical engineers, general practitioners, nurses, programmers, and many others. The root cause is that low-wage sectors lack the ability to increase wages to attract workers. Companies fear that raising wages for new employees will require raising wages for all current employees, which isn't economically feasible. Additionally, some companies believe the labor shortage is temporary and are hesitant to increase wages for fear of not being able to reduce them if economic conditions change. This poses a significant challenge for both workers and businesses. Workers struggle with insufficient wages, while businesses face a severe labor shortage, affecting product and service quality. Nuvanen emphasizes that recognition and praise cannot replace decent wages. She hopes that in the future, workers will be paid fair wages for their efforts, especially in demanding industries like restaurants and services. A recent survey shows that toilet shortages are a daily issue for many bus drivers in Finland. According to the survey of 895 drivers, over 50% don't have their needs met during their working hours as per labor contracts. The problem is common in large cities like Tampere, Kuopio, Lahti, Jyväskylä, Oulu, and Vaasa. The main reason is the tight work schedules and lack of toilets at terminal stops. The union has collaborated with ALT, an employers association, to survey the situation and propose improvements. However, constructing toilets is challenging as the terminals are located on public land. Meanwhile, Lahti has decided to build 17 permanent toilets and some portable toilets at terminal stops. This solution is seen as a model for other cities. According to Lauri Jokinen, Deputy Director of Public Transport in Lahti, the goal is to build a comprehensive toilet network, ensuring fairness for all drivers. These efforts aim not only to improve working conditions but also to reduce stress and health risks for drivers. The first toilets are expected to be operational next year, and the entire network will be completed by 2030. On Sunday afternoon, heavy rain accompanied by hail hit the town center of Sotkamo, causing severe problems. The heavy rain led to emergency tasks for the rescue forces in Kainuu. Some requests for help had to wait due to a lack of rescue personnel. Anne Karjalainen, a local businesswoman, witnessed from her restaurant as water and hail flooded the nearby street. She described the situation over the phone as absolutely horrifying. The heavy rain clogged drainage pipes, causing vehicles to stall in large puddles, almost turning the streets into rivers. However, the situation has improved, and drainage pipes have started to function again. The rescue forces have received over 30 tasks to prevent damage caused by heavy rain, mainly in Sotkamo. According to Marko Tikkanen, fire chief, tasks are still ongoing, and many are awaiting processing. The Finnish Meteorological Institute has issued a warning for heavy rain in the Kainuu region, forecasting strong thunderstorms to continue for several hours, worsening the situation. Tomorrow, June 3rd, the Rautatientori Metro station in Helsinki will close for about 3 months for repairs and is expected to reopen on September 2nd. During this time, the metro will only operate between Kamppi-Kivenlahti and Helsinki University East Helsinki stations, with all Espoo-bound metro trains terminating at Kivenlahti. Passengers traveling through the city center will face additional travel time. HSL will provide replacement services between Helsinki University and Kamppi metro stations. Tram Line 9 and replacement Tram 9B will serve stops at Hakaniemi, Kaisanieminkatu, the Central Railway Station, and Simunkatu. This over 1 kilometer route can also be walked or cycled. The renovation of the Rautatientori Metro station aims to enhance fire safety and create a more comfortable environment. Additionally, the Helsinki metro line will undergo changes in the summer. 3 metro stations will close at different times. Helsinki station will close from June 3 to September 8. Kontula station will close from June 24 to August 5, during which time the metro will only operate to Milipuro. Milipuro station will close from July 8 to August 5, with the metro operating only to Atakeskas and Vuosaari. Bus line 99M will replace the metro between Kontula and Helsinki from June 3 to 23 and from August 5 to September. The downgrade of credit ratings in the Baltic countries could have implications for Finland. S&P Global Ratings has downgraded Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania due to risks from Russia and increased defense spending. Estonia was downgraded from AA to A+, while Latvia and Lithuania were downgraded from A+ to A. According to Aki Kangasharju, the director of the Etla Economic Research Institute, this could lead to closer scrutiny of Finland's creditworthiness. He emphasized that the Baltic countries have invested more in defense compared to Finland, while Finland's public debt is much higher. Kangasharju believes that the importance of creditworthiness has increased after the period of low interest rates. With the European Central Bank ceasing bond purchases, governments must find buyers in the market. Creditworthiness affects the decisions of major investors such as pension funds. Jan von Gerich, chief analyst at Nordea, was not surprised by S&P's decision to downgrade the Baltic countries but did not expect Finland's creditworthiness to be downgraded in the upcoming review. Finland's credit rating will be announced by S&P at the end of October. This year, spring seems to have disappeared entirely. According to meteorologist Matti Hutonen of YLE, what is particularly unusual about May? In May this year, many places in Finland still had snow and sleet after May Day, followed by heatwaves. It's not an illusion, the winter seems to have never ended. But then it did end, and summer came immediately, Hutonen said. Although spring seems short, in reality, it is not shorter than in previous years. Spring is defined when the daily average temperature rises above 0 degrees Celsius but below 10 degrees Celsius. Spring this year began in mid-March in the south and in April in northern Finland. Spring arrived on time but progressed slowly. The weather kept changing from spring to winter until May Day, Hutonen said. Moreover, May has had many hot, dry days and thunderstorms. According to the Finnish Meteorological Institute, May this year had 16 hot days, setting a new record compared to the previous record of 14 days in 2018. The weather in May this year has fluctuated greatly, from cold to hot, Hutonen said. The late-month thunderstorms increased the rainfall to near normal levels. May also had hail and thunderstorms, phenomena usually seen in July. The environmental campaign, Add Your Voice, kicked off in April and peaked on Sunday with the largest climate march of the year, attracting participation from people across Finland. Protests took place on Sunday afternoon in Helsinki, Joensuu, Jyväskylä, Oulu, Rovaniemi, Tampere, Turku, and Vaasa. According to organizers' estimates, thousands participated in Helsinki, hundreds in Tampere and Turku, and tens in other cities. The Add Your Voice campaign and climate marches aim to encourage and call on young people to vote in the upcoming European Parliament elections on Sunday, selecting candidates committed to protecting the environment and climate. Ville Leitonen, in charge of climate at the Nature Association, noted the significant role of the EU in climate policy. The campaign was planned since last autumn, with various content on TikTok and Instagram to reach young people. Organizations such as Eläkapina, Climate Move, and the No Burning Future campaign also participated in organizing this event, with the support of nearly 40 other organizations and communities. Similar protests have also taken place in many other European countries ahead of the European Parliament elections. In Helsinki, Anders Brandt emphasized that climate issues are being overshadowed by other crises but cannot be ignored. Kivibongas, or rock painting, is an interesting trend gaining popularity in Finland. This activity involves painting rocks and hiding them in public places for others to find and share joy on social media. Laura Muller, a rock painting enthusiast in Joensuu, shared that she and her sister and daughters create about 100 rocks each summer. Rock hunting extends beyond painting and hiding rocks. It's about the joy of seeing others find and share images of those beautifully decorated rocks. This activity has attracted over 3,000 members to the Finstones Facebook group in Finland, with membership tripling in the past 3 years. Rocks are often painted with images or phrases that bring joy and encouragement to those who find them. Kivibongas originated from Germany with Facebook groups named Wanderstein, Wandering Stone, and was brought to Finland by Katri Kaselius, who founded the Finstones group when her daughter introduced her to the activity in Germany. Laura Muller said rock painting is easy to start with simple tools like acrylic paint, varnish, and a handful of rocks. Hiding rocks requires creativity but isn't too difficult for others to find and enjoy. Kivibongas is not just an entertainment activity, it's a way to spread joy and connect the community through small, colorful rocks. Police have used classical music to calm down crowds of youths at Melston Beach in Espoo, a method employed consistently for 6 years. According to the police, classical music helps to cool down the youths. On the last day of the school year, a DJ invited by the police played famous classical music such as Strauss's S, Blue Danube, Vivaldi's Four Seasons, and Schubert's Ave Maria, from 2 large speakers facing the sea. Chloe Casano, a visitor from Helsinki, sitting with friends at the beach, was surprised to learn that the police were the ones playing classical music. Casano found it strange that the police used classical music to disperse youths. Eli Constapoli Mikko Juvonen of the Western Uusimaa Police said this method has been used in many other places worldwide. Classical music doesn't attract youths, helping Melston Beach maintain tranquility for 6 years on the last day of the school year. The main goal of the police is to prevent youths from entering the water, keeping them in the cafe and parking area for easier management. Playing music from 6:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. helps keep the beach clean and safe, with no garbage or broken glass the next morning, providing comfort for families. Although classical music may not appeal to youths, it has received positive feedback from adults and customers of nearby cafes.